Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on Algo. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about Algo. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're still sitting here just above 10 cents. Now's the time you want to be stacking this cryptocurrency. It's going to be a major player in the next run up. All you have to do is take a look at the ecosystem around Algorand. That alone would make you want to stack this hidden gem. How Algo's stability above 10 cents could signal a soaring path to 20 cents. You know, I'm not here for the 10-cent gains on Algo. You know, all during the bear market, I watched this cryptocurrency, this network, grow out and expand like never before. And I kept pointing out project after project coming on board. And I know right now Algo should easily be sitting well over $1. It's very undervalued right now, and it's also very overlooked. People are way too focused on the X coins. They got to look beyond XRP, XLM, and XDC. There's other gems inside of ISO, and Algo is one of them. Algorand will lead the next bull market. Programming languages natively supported for writing smart contracts. Python, Rust, Solidity, Haskell. You know, when developers want to come and build, when they choose a network, they want it to be easy and they want it to be cheap. That's why for years to come, we're going to see more and more projects build on Algorand. The Federal Reserve just dedicated a section to a project built on Algorand called Lofty in their new paper. You know, Lofty is one of my favorite projects, and it's building out on Algorand right now. Lofty is a platform that provides the ability to fractionally own U.S. rental properties through the Algorand blockchain. They operate very similarly to Realty, where properties are transferred from sellers to Lofty by placing each property under an independent LLC, and membership shares of the LLC are tokenized. The returns from holding these tokens come from rental income and property appreciation. It is unlikely that there would be an option to redeem, as the reference asset is a legal claim to the returns generated by the token, not the property itself. What Lofty does is it solves a real-world problem. Right now, a lot of people are graduating college. They go to look to buy their first house. They're already priced out before they get there. You know, the housing market is way overpriced. I'm waiting for that bubble to pop, honestly. And hopefully at that time, crypto is rising up. Anybody that wants to get into real estate could easily cash out some crypto and buy a house or two. But beyond that, it also ties Algorand into tokenization. And that's the next biggest thing inside of crypto. And I think Algorand is going to capture a good percentage of that as well, pushing the price of Algo even higher. Plus, Lofty levels the playing field for the everyday working 9-to-5 person to invest in real estate. They could start with as little as $50. Then they could take their returns on that investment and reinvest into other properties, and before you know it, you're a real estate mogul. But I really like Lofty as a project, and I'm glad it's building out on Algorand. Did you know El Salvador's Chivo app runs on Algorand? McCallie embarked on his visit in order to discuss the possibilities of applying Algorand's blockchain technology in different government functionalities. This would not be the first time Silvio has gone south of the border to strike a deal. We reported in September that El Salvador selected Algorand to develop the government's blockchain infrastructure, but I think many people have missed something, and it's worth shedding some light on. Little do people know that when El Salvadorians buy a cup of coffee with Bitcoin via the Chivo app, that is being done via Algorand payment rails. There are different parties involved, but Algorand underpins the app. So why is it so unreported? I think there's a lot of hush-hush about this as an analogy. Algorand basically operates for the Chivo app like HTML does for web pages. It is absolutely true to say that El Salvador is running more so on Algorand rather than Bitcoin in terms of using blockchain to transact. So there you go. And it's because Bitcoin's way too slow and expensive, and Algorand fixes that Bitcoin problem. But Bitcoin maxis want you to think that El Salvador absolutely loves Bitcoin. The only reason they like it is because Algorand is moving it. And that's why I always said you got to always look deeper and find out exactly what's pushing Bitcoin in this country or that country, because most of the time there's a network like Algorand that's fixing the problems with Bitcoin. Lots of newcomers to Algorand lately. Welcome. Napster is building its own on-chain music streaming service on Algorand. If you've noticed a lot of nostalgic company comebacks recently, you have the crypto market to thank. The blockchain industry, with its promises to change the internet as we know it and bring greater power than ever to consumers, has achieved similar levels of hype as the dot-com era. As a result, lots of tech companies, web services, and even some retail outfits are being exhumed and revived for the blockchain. Napster is one of the newest projects to see new life in the crypto world, thanks to the Algorand network. You know what's great about that? A whole new generation's going to get into the world of music through Napster. They're going to realize what Napster actually is and how big Napster actually can become. And it's thanks to networks like Algorand. Without Algorand, we would never have heard of Napster ever again. The same thing is happening around LimeWire as well, and others. But that's what's great about being in crypto right now. You're in so early. You're watching everything get built out from the ground up. Web3 is expanding like never before. Tokenization is going to absolutely explode. And transactions around Algo are going to be absolutely incredible with ISO going live as well. Now, this comes from Eldar. And he's talking about real-world projects and other projects building on the Algorand rails. And if you look, ISDA, derivatives market, standard for all global corporations. ISDA has over 1,000 member institutions from 79 countries. The size of the derivatives market is estimated at $1 quadrillion. Algorand is ISDA CDM champion since 2019. Bank of Italy. 250 billion euro securities bonds project building on Algorand, making it the biggest debt capital markets tokenization by significant margin seen to date on any blockchain. Like I said, I think Algorand is going to capture a good percentage of the tokenization market, pushing the price of Algo to prices we could only dream of. TIPS, Targeted Instant Payment System. TIPS processes roughly 1.7 trillion euro daily, making it the largest payment system globally. Algorand is the only DLT blockchain working with TIPS through Bank of Italy. And yet Algo's still sitting here just above 10 cents. You could see how undervalued this cryptocurrency actually is. But he goes on to talk about a lot of other projects as well. The one I really like is American Red Cross, blockchain-based, built on Algorand rails, streamlines relief for families impacted by disaster in the USA. Using mobile app, families receive credits and can redeem them directly at Amazon. Another great real-world use case. Now all of a sudden, people are talking about this once again, the new quantum financial system. And Algo is part of this. They even talk about it being backed by Palladium at some point in the future. But this is definitely coming. This is no longer a conspiracy theory. And if you hold XRP, XLM, and XDC, you definitely should also be holding some Algorand and IOTA, and even some HBAR, because HBAR is ISO compliant as well. But you gotta always have at least a handful of each of these cryptocurrencies. Definitely be holding them by the time November gets here. I think once ISO goes live, we'll get our first look at how big these ISO cryptocurrencies are gonna be in the future. Beyond the hype, unraveling the real-world applications of Algorand blockchain. So it goes even beyond projects. You see supply chain management, revolution in decentralized finance, digital identity, security. Digital ID is going to be something else that's going to grow out and expand as well. I think they're really pushing us in that direction. And country after country is going to want to form their digital ID on different networks. Algorand is going to capture some of that as well. Then there's asset tokenization and tokenization of real estate and fractional ownership, NFTs, medical records, and healthcare. Algo is a well-rounded cryptocurrency. This network is a well-rounded network. Once the next run takes off, like once the next bull market happens, Algo is going to soar to new all-time highs easily, just based on all the growth that happened all during one of the worst years in crypto, 2022. And look at the growth even continued up until now in 2023. And it's going to continue into the future. Why not hold some algo is what I'm saying. It's better to be holding this cryptocurrency than not be holding this cryptocurrency and be left behind. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.